Thanks for joining us again on Sunday on Bullseye. Now, we're always getting letters, I tell you, nearly every week we read you a letter. And there's one here, it's from Frank Lovell of Muswell Hill, and he says, quite often you shout, shh, when you've asked a question. When I'm down there on the box, shh, I say, well, it's because the audience has shouted out the answer. It's funny that we were talking about that before, weren't we? Well, we do have a slight problem about it, but we've hit on an idea to curb that sort of element. This makes sure that it doesn't happen again. Now, really, don't you agree with me, sir? Is that right? Yeah. Let's meet our contestants tonight. Going to play on Bullseye. How are you, Albert?
All right, Jim.
Nice to see you. And you're from Durham?
Yes.
Yes, University City, isn't it? And Mick Bauer, that's right. Father and son?
Yes.
Miner. What do you do down there?
Yes.
Tell us what you do down there.
Machine operator. It's a DOSCO, a large 53-ton DOSCO. It cuts the coal in stone, gathers it and sends it out.
And you make the tunnel down which later the miners will go, is that right?
Yes, well...
You're actually cutting the coal as well?
Yes.
Fine. Nice to see you, Mick. You're Alf's son. You're in refrigeration, Mick.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about it.
It's mainly just looking after plants, refrigeration plants that keep cool meat and salads and that. Some of them are about the size of this studio.
Is that what, as big as, is that,
oh,
as
yes,
big as that? And this is a massive studio. And they store meat in there, and you make sure that the plant keeps functioning, and you look after, in fact, about 30 odd,
nearly 40, yeah.
Nearly 40 plants.
Yeah.
Now, we've got John and George, and you're from, well, you're even farther north, aren't you, boys? You're from Renfrewshire. That's right. John, you're an engineer with, well, who do you work with?
Rolls-Royce.
But not the car engines?
No, the aeroplane engines.
The aeroplane engines. What do you do on there? I mean, are you a qualified engineer, John?
Yes, machine components for engines.
And you've had to serve your time to that?
Yes.
Sort of apprenticeship?
4 years.
4 years apprenticeship?
Yes,
Good. George, same job?
Yes.
Same factory?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you qualified?
Yes.
But you went a bit further, didn't you? I didn't realise, having talked to you earlier today, I've just seen this little card here, you've hidden your lighter under a bushel. You've taken an open university degree?
Yes.
How many years was that?
7 years.
7 years. How many hours did you have to put into that?
15, 20 hours a week studying, possibly at times.
For 7 years?
Yes.
And you've got a degree in systems?
Uh-huh.
I hope you can understand George later on, because I've had an interpreter all day, haven't I, George? Lovely to... Thanks for taking the trouble to come and see us, boys, both of you. Jeff and Dave. Oh, you're from Preston?
Certainly are.
Oh, we certainly are. He said he knows he's not far from my place now. Or I'm not far from yours, I should say. Again, you're a fitter with aero engines, aren't you, Jeff?
Semi-skilled.
Oh, semi-skilled.
I'm not a tradesman.
Right, well, that's... I don't know whether you're being modest there, but I don't think there's any semi-skilled work when you're bothering with aeroplanes. You're with British Aerospace?
Correct, yeah.
In Preston. Dave, you're a foreman. Who'd you like to be, Dave, if you weren't you?
I'd like Jeff's job.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that? Does he not do a lot?
He does nothing, no.
There's redundancies coming up, you know.
Yeah, oh dear, now he's top of the list now. When the P45's handed out, he'll be top of the list now, Jeff. That's right. When you wrote your form out, for the viewers at home and for our studio audience, when you apply for Bullseye, and we'd like you to apply for the next series if you'd like to, you get an application form, and on it, it says, wife's occupation, right? Dave, tell me, what did you write there?
Well, I put on it, it said wife's occupation. Well, she's a housewife, so she doesn't work. And,
Isn't that terrible? Now, the thing is, he did get his comeuppance, didn't he? Because, Dave, your wife... You didn't want your wife to see the form.
No,
but she saw it,
She spotted it, yeah.
Oh.
She tried to get it out of the packet, but I sealed it up and sent it away.
Have a good night. 6 great fellas. Well done. You know by now, questions in the first round are worth £30 each. They're nice, easy questions, just to get you into the game. Let's start Bullseye. Come on, Mick. Choose a subject for Albert.
Yeah, I think we'll try faces, please, Jim.
Come on, then, Albert. Faces we'd like. Faces for our miners. Let's see what we can do.
Albert.
See if we can do some... dig up some money tonight. Faces we'd like.
50.
All of you look at your monitors, but it's Mick's first go at that. Who is that?
Sorry, I don't know, Jim.
No light on anywhere. In fact, it was John Denver. We move on. George for John.
Could I have a spelling, please?
We'll do our best for you, sir. Spelling we'd like, John.
50.
Please spell aerial, as in television aerial.
A-E-R-I-E-L.
I can offer it. Mick?
A-R-I-E-L.
He's wrong. You were both wrong. A-E-R-I-A-L. That's right. Bully said that's correct. We move on. Dave for Jeff.
Words, please, Jim.
Words. Come on, Jeff. Words.
Well, it's in books, Jim.
It's
No
in
bonus.
books. Wrong category, but no problem. Who was Agatha Christie's famous lady detective? Ooh, you know it. Oh, dear. You can have £30, Mick, if you can tell me.
Miss Marples?
Miss Marple is right for £30, which gives us, at the end of round one, £80 for Albert and Mick, £50 for John and George, and Dave and Jeff still to get off the mark. Well done. Let's go again in round two. Mick for Albert.
Yeah, sport, please, Jim.
Sport. Come on, Albert. Sport with like.
That's 50, Jim.
For another £50, which British athlete retired from athletics at the January 1990 Commonwealth Games?
Daley Thompson?
I can offer it, and there's a light on, George.
Sebastian Coe.
Sebastian Coe gets you a bonus of £50. Well done. And it's your turn, George.
Affairs, please, Jim.
Affairs with like, John.
That's 30, Jim.
Been very cautious there, but he's got you the subject, so you're still in there. £30 you've got. For a further £50, George, what was the name of the Emperor of Japan who died in January 1989?
Hirohito.
Is absolutely right, sir. Gives you another £50. And Dave's light was on there. He's trying to get off the mark, but you will this time, I'm sure, Dave. Choose for Jeff.
I'll try words again, please, Jim.
Words again, Jeff. Take your time now.
Well, it's gone in books again, and the
Gone into
subject's gone,
books,
Jim.
and the category's gone, so no question available. The end of that round, we've got Albert and Mick with £130, John and George with £180, and Jeff and Dave still to get off the mark. Well done. That place has really got to be careful now. You've got to hit the subject. It's got to be lit. Mick for Albert.
Showbiz, please. Jim.
Showbiz with like.
50.
Who now chairs the BBC television programme Question Time? George.
Peter Sissons.
Peter Sissons gets you a £100 bonus. Well done. We move on. It's your turn again, George. You're going very well.
History, please, Jim.
Come on now, John. History.
30.
He's absolutely right. Get the subject. £30 you've got. Under which British Prime Minister were the coal mines and railways nationalised? Take your time. Nationalisation.
And Irene Bevan.
It wasn't. And we're coming across. You can have £100, Dave, if you can tell me.
I was going to say the same.
Were you really? Well, it wasn't. Clement Attlee, wasn't it? Labour Prime Minister after the war. All right, we move on. Now, come on, Dave, let's see if we can get some money for you.
I'll have Britain, please, Jim.
We'll try Britain.
That's gone into words, Jim.
The category's there, so you're all right. In the days of the American Wild West, what was a prairie schooner? You can probably work it out. American Wild West. But George may be able to earn £100 here.
The covered wagons.
Is exactly right for £100, which gives us the scores at the end of game one tonight. £180 for Albert and Mick, John and George going extremely well, £410, and Jeff and Dave still to get off the mark. Well played. So all is not lost. We move over, pounds for points, over to Tony.
Right you are, Albert. First round. 20. 20. And 20, 60. Well done, Albert. OK, John, 60 to beat. 20. 20. And 20, another 60. That's the score then, Jeff. 60. Treble 1. Treble 20. And 18. So that gives you 81 and takes the first round, Jim.
Right, Dave, for £81, you're still well in there, don't worry. Which World War II RAF pilot was highly decorated and became a wing commander despite having lost both his legs?
Douglas Bader.
Douglas Bader gives you £81. You're off the mark. Which gives us, as you can see, £180 for Albert and Mick, 410 for John and George, and thank goodness Jeff and Dave are off with £81. Back to Tony.
Right you are, Albert, round 2. 20. 20. And 5. 45. Right, John. 45 to go. 20. Just out the board. And 1. 21, so the score is 45, Jeff. Treble 20. Treble 20. And 1. 121. Well done, Jeff.
I'm sorry, Dave, the pressure's back on you again now, isn't it? What are the names of the Cray twins?
Reggie and Ronald.
You have got yourself £121, sir. Which gives us, at the end of round 2 in game 2, £180 for Albert and Mick, John and George, 410, and coming up now, our lads from Preston, Jeff and Dave, with £202. Back to Tony.
There you are, Albert. Final round. 5. 20. And 20, that's 45. Right, John, 45. Treble 5. 5. And 13, which gives you 33, but it's 45 to beat, Jeff. It's 1. 20. And 2, which is 23, so the final round to Albert, Jim.
All European eels migrate to the same sea for breeding. What is the name of that sea, Mick?
Oh, I haven't a clue. Sorry.
With a light on, it'll give you £23 if you can tell us, Dave.
Sargasso Sea, Jim.
The Sargasso Sea, well done. You came up on the rails. That gives you £23. Right, that's the end of game 2, taking us into the commercial break. Second half, goodness knows, but at the moment leaves us with Albert and Mick with £180, John and George with £410, and coming up on the rails, the lads from Lancashire, Jeff and Dave, with £225. Sadly, we've got to say cheerio to Albert and Mick and Jeff and Dave. In you come, boys. Well done. Oh, dear. Come on, lads, in you come. Round you come. Our Preston lads. I really thought you were going to be going on with nothing there for a while.
That's what makes it a good game, isn't it?
Well, I suppose it is, really. You were just saying you threw so well in the middle, didn't you? 120s. But you couldn't handle the double sections.
That man was looking well enough.
That's it. That's what it is. Anyway, we don't mind. We've got you £225, and Albert and Mick, we've got you £180. I shall count this out now. Come back in the second half. We'd like you to be with us for a very special edition of Bullseye this Sunday afternoon. See you in 2 minutes. Welcome back to part 2 of this edition of Bullseye. Our 2 lads from north of the border got through to the final. Well, you did it all in the first round, really, George, didn't you?
Yeah. Lucky.
Oh, well, you got 1 or 2, so you got through the back, didn't you, really, by answering the bonuses? It's bronze bully time now, you know what he's about, don't you?
Yeah.
And you boys have got a real charity to to benefit, we hope, with a bit of luck tonight. We've got the professional dart player throwing 301 and more, and we'll double that in terms of pounds for points to give it to the boys to take to Renfrewshire in Scotland for a very special charity. We've got, well, he's been with us a long time now, as this fella, professional darts player, winner of the pairs finals. Will you please welcome Richie Gardner?
Thank you. OK, Richie, best of luck, mate. 20. 20. And treble 20, 100. Good start. One. Treble 20. And 20, 81. 181, Richie. 20. Treble 20. Yeah. And treble 20, 140. Well done, mate. 321. Well done.
Brilliant. £642 for you boys. How's that?
Great. This is my whole point of coming to this show.
Really?
Oh, good.
Yes.
Honestly, you really...
Honestly,
that's all you
this is
came
my
for the
fault
charity?
to get this, for this.
Well, that's marvellous. Tell us where it's going then.
It's going to a two-way mirror. I'm involved with the children's panel, which is a thing in Scotland,
Yes.
and it's going for a two-way mirror for a child abuse unit in a local hospital.
Oh, good.
And they're very expensive. Still keeping busy, Rich?
Yeah, very busy, yeah.
Yeah. And you're
Travelling
world
around.
champion?
Yeah, well paced, yeah.
Yeah.
The dart's been taken up to tell you a bit, but...
We're all a bit disappointed about that. I don't know how you feel at home about that, but we're all a bit disappointed. It's
yeah,
come off because...
there's a lot of people watch darts, and hopefully
a
it'll come back.
Yeah, I mean, with 5 million in the country, play.
That's right.
At least, haven't we? Still, maybe
That's to a
we'll
good
see
standard
some.
as well.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
yeah. A lot never get through the mess to get to the top.
That's right,
There's
yeah.
so many there, aren't there? Brilliant to have you with us, as always. Come
Thank
next
you,
year
Jim.
back, won't you?
Yeah, of course I
And
will,
do
yeah.
that again for us.
OK, I'll try, yeah.
I know you will. Cheers.
John, best
well
of
done.
luck. John, thanks a lot.
Thanks, Rick. I really didn't know that. I really didn't know that was really the only reason you came on the programme was to get that money.
That's made my day.
Well, let's hope we're going to make it even brighter now for you. Let's have a look at what Bully's Prize Board has got for you tonight.
In one.
You'll avoid those wash day blues with this automatic washing machine.
In two.
For hour after hour of family fun, a croquet set.
In three.
If you prefer it neat, you can have with this electric hedge trimmer.
In four.
Home accounts are as simple as pie with this home computer.
In five.
For those extra special meals on wheels, a hostess trolley.
In six.
Hours of enjoyable viewing with this collection of video classics.
In seven.
Make housework a pleasure with this Vax carpet cleaner.
In eight.
For really perfect pictures, this very latest camera.
And Bully's special prize.
This really sounds good. A MIDI hi-fi and CD. 9 great prizes, all right. All those prizes are hiding behind all the red sectors here on Bully's special prize. Keep out of the black and in the red. Nothing in this game for two in a bed. The light will come on if you hit the prize. I'll tell you what you've won, and then keep away from it, all right? 6 darts for you. First 3 now, and then we've got 3 for young George. Stand here. We wish you the rest of the...
OK, John, there's no rush. Settle yourself in. A bit nervous. Best of luck. That's red, it's number 6.
Fine, that's the selection of video classics.
That's black. But that's red, it's number 5.
Fine, that's
Well
the
done.
hostess trolley. So you've 2 on 3, you're looking good. Keep away from 5 and 6, George. Good lad.
OK, George. It's black. But that's red, it's number 4.
That's the home computer.
Got
These
it.
are good prizes.
And that's black. You got what you wanted,
Still all
don't
right,
you?
you're looking good. 3 darts left. Look at your colours now.
OK, John. Let's say there's no rush. Red, number 8.
That's the camera.
Red again, number
What are
1.
you doing it? The automatic washing machine.
And red again, number 3. Well
That's
done.
the electric hedge trimmer. Well done. You have won the automatic washing machine, the electric hedge trimmer, the home computer, the hostess trolley, the selection of video classics, and that superb high-tech camera. The money that you've got, £410, is safe. You take it home with you, whatever happens. Your tankards are safe, your bullies are safe, and your darts are safe. And most important of all to you, George, that £642, which we think is probably going to finally pay for that mirror, that is safe. We are asking you to consider that armful of prizes. Some lovely prizes there. I'm not influencing you, I'm just asking you to think. Would you like to gamble the prizes against tonight's star prize, all or nothing, which is hiding behind bully? 101 or more with 6 darts. 3 for you, George, and 3 for you, John. You've got the time it takes the board to revolve to tell us what you'd like to do. You're well in front. What do you think? Tell them, come on. What do you think? Take the prizes? Well, I've been looking at one or two of the audience. George?
I think we've had a good day, we're successful. I've got what I came for, the mirror, and I think we should give somebody else a chance.
All right. You take the prizes with our compliments. There's your money. Well done, John. There's your tankards. Lovely to be with you, George. George, you've been a delight to be with. I know you've had a great day. It's been our privilege as well. And you, young John. God bless you. Off you go. See you soon. Round of applause. About 15 minutes ago, we had 2 guys left us called Jeff and Dave, and they took away with them £225. We're going to ask them to come back and see what they're going to do with that money. Jeff and Dave. That's it. There we are. That'll do us. Now then, how much money have you got there, you Preston lads? It's the whole there. What are you going to do? You're going to gamble it?
It's yours,
Can I have it? You get it back if you win the prize, you know. All right. 101 or more with 6 darts. Non-dart player to go first. OK. Tony's there to help you. You've got all the time in the world. Everybody in the room's rooting for you. Come on. And I'm sure everybody at home. Here we go.
Dave, don't rush it. You're all right, just settle yourself in.
You've all the time in the world.
Best of luck. 3, 19, and 7, 29. You rushed a bit there, Dave. But it's 72 or more, Jeff.
Now, Jeff, you do take your time.
1, 20. Unlucky, Jeff. I thought he was going to do it. I thought he was going to do it.
You're right to have a go at it. I've got to say it to you, boys, it's painful. Have a look at what you could have won. Come with me. Come on. Back up here. Boys, it was well, you were right to have a crack at it. You're absolutely... It's a beautiful caravan. The latest in everything. It's all there. All could have been yours. And at 125 apiece, you're absolutely right to have a crack at it. Not the end of the world, however. Not the end of the world. You've had a great day with us. And you've got your bullies and tankards, haven't you? Anyway, never mind. Thank you for watching us at home. Thanks to Richie Gardner for that marvellous charity throw. That was really tremendous. Thanks to all our contestants. A great studio audience. Watch us next week on Bullseye, because remember, Sundays wouldn't be the same without a bit of bully. Bye.